How's it going, guys? David here with another 4K Steelbook unboxing. Of course, from the good folks at Best Buy who specialize in Steelbooks, especially for humongous blockbusters. Literally about I want to say about 3 weeks ago, maybe close to a month at this point, I was thinking to myself, why in the hell have they not released the first two Avengers films in 4K? I mean, Age of Ultron, but the original Avengers, the one that I just feel like is that rewatchable film I can pop in, or it can come on TV on a station somewhere, and for some reason it'll just magnetize me to the TV, and I just have to finish watching it. Why has that has not been released on 4K? Are they waiting for like a huge box set that's gonna have all of the films up until this point in the 10-year anniversary, and then release them all in 4K? Well, literally a day after I actually questioned myself, I actually concocted that thought in my head, somebody over at Marvel was able to tap into my mind. Probably Ant-Man, going into the quantum realm, was able to kind of wiggle with my thoughts the way that he can, apparently, because that's something you can do in the quantum realm now, if Ant-Man and the Wasp was any indication. And he was able to step into my dreams and realize that one of the things that I'm actually coveting is the original Avengers in 4K. On a Steelbook, no less, from Best Buy. Here we are, on the day of release of Avengers Infinity War in 4K, and on the very same day, they released both Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron in collectible Steelbooks in the 4K resolution. So, yeah, I'm in the camp where I like Age of Ultron, but I'm not necessarily in love with it enough to get its own Steelbook, so I opted for the original Avengers instead. And now here I am to unbox Avengers in 4K collectible Steelbook from Best Buy. So you can see right here that they went with a completely different aesthetic than that of Infinity War. You have the humongous Avengers logo there in a nice, cool ice blue. You got Avengers logo right there, embossed, I believe it's called, embossed, so you can actually kind of feel it, as well as a circular design of all of our heroes that I'll showcase a little bit more in depth as soon as I remove the cellophane and the little sticker / insert you have here at the top. So moving on to the side, you got a little bit more of that cool ice blue decals going on right there, as well as the Avengers logo, very, very tiny right there. And then in the back, you got some much more traditional artwork for the back of the packaging. You got some imagery going on from the original film, as well as that iconic 360 shot right there. Description of the film, a breakdown of the 4K technology and what exactly you need to get the full 4K experience, a breakdown of the special features on the Blu-ray disc, stats or specs, as well as credits from the film, and instructions on how to download the digital copy. So without further ado, let's open it up. And I don't think I have a little tearaway spot like I did with my Avengers Infinity War 4K. Unless I'm completely missing it. Oh, I just made one. Alrighty then. It does have a couple of perforations here in the center, so I can always kind of dig in there with my make-believe nails, because I am a biter. And then just kind of use that to remove the cellophane. Alright, there we go. Pop that from the top, and I don't want to risk damaging that, so let me yank it from this side here. There we go. Okay. Oh, and the insert came out. Oh no. Well, we were going to do that anyway, so remove the cellophane. We got the insert that I've kind of showcased before. There you go. Move that to the side, and now here I can actually properly show the Steelbook of Avengers, the original Avengers in 4K. You can see they went with a design that I'm not completely in love with, but I still kind of dig. You have all of our main characters kind of surrounding the logo, but they're all kind of divided by this little light beam. So you got Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Hulk, Hawkeye, Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury, I almost had a brain fart there, and then Black Widow. And it's obviously the artwork from the original film, only they just kind of got separated throughout here. I don't know what it is, but there's just a little bit too much simplicity going on with this artwork, where it's just like alright, let's just slap on the logo here in the middle and just put our characters around it and just kind of divide them. Let's house the little Photoshop divide by putting in like a little light beam going on right there. I don't know. I'm not in love with it. It just seems a little too simple. It's like something that a graduate from a design school can easily do on Photoshop. And not to undermine Marvel there, and not to disgrace whoever did Photoshop this together, but it's Photoshop. So there you go. The really cool thing about it though would be that, if you can't tell from the lighting, it does have like a glossy finish to it. Doesn't look like it's got any reflective paint going on with the design like the Infinity War did one with the glove, but at least it does have, like I said, an embossed feel to the Avengers logo, and as well as the actual symbol, the A symbol here at the front. You can actually kind of feel it a little bit, so that's pretty cool that they indented it somewhat and then embossed the logo. That's at least kind of neat. Let's see, we flip to the back, and then, keeping in theme with the film, you actually have the Tesseract, which was the huge MacGuffin of that original film, encased inside of Nick Fury's suitcase. So you can kind of see a little bit of the wiring that's harnessing the power there. So that's pretty cool. This one is a little bit more reflective than the one in the front, so you can kind of see a little bit of the paint kind of glistening there in the light, so that's kind of neat. And then once again, like I said, you got the little spine here. Feeling it, the spine does feel a little loose. I don't know if it's just mine, but it does kind of shudder my confidence a little bit, holding it right here and feeling the spine towards this bottom corner kind of click a little bit. I know you can't really hear it, but it does feel a little strange in my hands, so I'll try to be delicate with this version because I don't know how I feel about that. Anyways, let's open it up. And I'm pretty sure the first thing we're going to see is the code for that digital movie. So I'm going to remove that here. Set it to the side. And then, okay, I don't know what that is. But I'm going to open it up, show it on camera. And you see right here is Iron Man shooting his lasers. And then we have the art of the discs. And I'm going to wait until towards the end to disclose what I just discovered right now. But let's look at the discs. So here we have the 4K disc. And it pretty much has that rudimentary artwork you've kind of seen floating around with the original Blu-ray, or at least the new version of the Blu-ray. Like, they released the Blu-ray and then they released a second Blu-ray that has like updated artwork of just the characters kind of, like I said, sandwiched and photoshopped together. I might put a little insert here to kind of show you what I mean, but not a huge fan of that artwork. And they decided to carry it over here in the 4K disc, so a little bit of a missed opportunity there with just a general Avengers logo in the blue strip right there at the top. Okay, whatever. Move that to the side, and then we move on to the Blu-ray disc, which once again I'm going to have to use the power of gravity to pop it out because this doesn't seem to be working. There we go. And this one is, I gotta be honest, a little better. They went ahead and used a skyline of a crumbling New York City to use on the artwork for the Blu-ray disc. So I'm like, okay, cool. That's a little bit more thematic. I actually kind of prefer this over the 4K one. Kind of wish that we would have swapped a little here. So there you go. I dig that one. And then we have that backdrop artwork of the Steelbook, which is honestly just Iron Man shooting his lasers. I was expecting like a collage of the heroes, but it looks like they just decided to go with Iron Man. Okay, I understand Robert Downey Jr. gets paid the big bucks, but kind of preferred that we would have had that 360 shot of all of our heroes, or some kind of Drew Struzan type of artwork going on here in the background. But I digress. Now, the thing that I was going to show off that had me worried from opening the Steelbook case is that there's a little bit of flexing going on in the spine. I don't know if you can see that right there, but I can kind of twist the two panels and you can see a little bit of fidgeting is going on in the spine. I'm a little nervous about that. It's almost like they manufactured it with some off measurements. Yeah, I don't know what that is about. but definitely not a huge vote of confidence for this Steelbook. It's like I'm gonna have to be really, really careful that it doesn't come apart on me. But yeah, all right, that's how they're rolling. So I'm praying that when they announced that this was gonna be released on 4K, they didn't rush it to production. That's what I'm afraid of. That the Blu-ray and 4K Steelbooks of Infinity War were already set in stone, and it was kind of a given that they were going to be housed that way. But at the very last second, Marvel said, hey, put Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron in 4K and put them in Steelbooks. And they created this at the last second. It's a cool design, and it's cool that they gave us Avengers in 4K in a Steelbook, no less. But I'd rather they have taken their time so that they wouldn't have rushed production on these Steelbook cases, because it does look like they were, I don't want to say cheaply made, but like I said, they might have cut a couple of corners here and there. So I'm just saying, I like the design. I wish they could have gone with a better design for both the artwork and the disc labels, but that's always just my preference. As for the features, it looks like they're pretty much on par with the Blu-ray releases of past times. Obviously, the 4K disc only has the movie because that's the only thing that they have room in that 4K disc, which is going to be the resolution and the vivid colors. And then on the Blu-ray discs, you have the movie as well as the gag reel, the deleted scenes you've seen before, a Live to Rise Soundgarden music video. I didn't even know they made a music video for the film, or at least a song for the film. And then, of course, the Marvel one-shot, the original short film, Item 47, as well as a visual journey. Discover the amazing sets, groundbreaking visual effects, and stunning cinematography of this phenomenal film. So, I believe that's a featurette that you might have already seen before, but I might actually be wrong about that. That might have been exclusive to this new version of the movie. I do feel like there were other extras on those original Blu-ray releases, so I think they might have cut a couple things there. If you already own those original versions of the movie, then you're pretty much safe, but if you haven't, then you might have to look up those featurettes online, because it does look like they've cut a couple of them out, and that kind of feeds into my little minor worries that they might have rushed this version of the movie to production. And I really hope that wasn't the case, but if it was, then, well, it's a little bit of a shame, because I do wish that they would have taken the time so we could have had a complete package. But who knows? Maybe they're saving that up for the complete 10-year anniversary box set that we're probably going to get in the future. That's going to be like $200-$300, and it's going to have literally all of the Marvel movies up until Avengers 4, maybe, all in 4K. Who knows? Only time will tell. In the meantime, all we can really do is just keep giving Marvel our money, because we're huge bitches like that. Alright? So let me know in the comments below what you guys think of this Steelbook edition of the original Avengers film in 4K from Best Buy. Are you guys willing to pick it up? I do believe that these are in moderate stock, so you might want to check your local Best Buy for them. Make sure you like and share this video to continue to support it, and of course support the channel by hitting the subscribe button down below so you guys don't miss any of these cool unboxing / review type things. Make sure to hit that little bell so you can get notifications when I do upload a video, and of course, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys all on the next one. I don't know if at this point they managed to incorporate mocap, but the way they run, or the way, it's like they didn't get the proper people to interpret some of these folks. There's a couple scenes where Peter has to run, and he just has like the most wimpiest run, and it just did not translate very well.
Parker! That's the third call I got about giant lizards running amok in Gramercy Park. Giant lizards! Pronto!